How's it going, boys? Welcome back to another brand new guide, and today we're gonna do a very simplistic hero. Just, it's gonna be a chill guide, everything. We're gonna do Luna, guys. Why Luna? Because Luna's pretty damn good this patch, and Luna will always be Luna. She will always be that hero that farms really fast and just do a shit ton of damage. And plus, today when I was playing against Luna, oh yeah, there was something absolutely fucking autistically broken about Luna that I have to show you guys. Now, before I show you that, we're gonna do a guide about Luna. It has something to do with the shard. I honestly think they're gonna nerf this even more. Valve already nerfed Luna, but this hero is still absolutely amazing. As long as farming ancients are allowed and she's just allowed to hit creeps, she will farm faster than almost any hero in the game. The only hero that can farm faster than Luna is like Alchemist and like Sven. And that's like literally it. I can't name too many heroes that farms faster than Luna in the current patch. Mainly because her illusions with the manta literally just clear entire waves of creeps. Like if you get couple points of Moonglaves and you just buy a manta, you can literally walk one manta illusion down each lane and you will push it all the way to the fucking tower. And even behind the tower, if you just use a little bit of micro. That is just stupid. Meanwhile, you're farming the jungle. Like, you're literally farming like 3 different places at once. And it's super efficient, guys. So, let's do, we can talk about the skill build. So, for the skill build, generally, at level 1, I would say... Okay, first of all, you don't want to get Moonglaves any time in the early levels. 1, it pushes the wave. 2, you don't actually need it. Because all you're doing is hitting creeps in lane. Alright, you don't actually need this to help you hit last hit. This is only for jungling. So, once you get to the jungle, you start maxing this out. If not, just don't do it. So, what you do is actually very simple. What you do is... you either take Lunar Blessing or you get Lunar Beam. Now, at level 1, generally, unless you're fighting at the rune, this is only 75 damage, as you can see. I do not think it's a really good way to actually spam this, as the mana cost is quite high. It only goes up by 10, but the damage doubles, and the cooldown goes down by 1 second. So, I honestly think that... And look at that, they nerfed this super hard, 500 to 325, and it's still broken. And the cooldown as well, they almost like double the cooldown. Now, I would say that at level 1, just take this, because it's like 5 bonus damage, it just feels nice, and everything and anything, like it helps you last hit, guys. And obviously, you're going to be buying stat items. And then level 2, or alternatively, if you need to secure range creeps, and let's say you have no support that helps you do it, you could just get it to secure range creeps. And it's only to secure range creeps. This is abysmal damage level 1. Now level 3, this is the point where you can actually buy a couple mangoes, some clarities, and actually be useful as a Luna. Because here's the thing. At level 3, it starts packing a punch, okay? 150 damage is not a lot. It's no means anything close to a lot, but it's a mini stun. And you can do something like this. You can just hit them and then do that. That's like decent amount of damage, man. And 8-second cooldown, whatnot. So now this is where you can actually start harassing with your beam. It's at level 3. I would say don't actually waste your mana too much before that. And then at level 4, this is where you have to... There's essentially 2 ways to build. Some people only take 1 point in Lucent Beam. If you take 1 point in Lucent Beam, all you're saying is that I don't even want to fuck with you in the lane. I am not trying to fight you at all. Let's say there's just some kind of hero in the lane that completely destroys you. Like, I don't know, Timbersaw or something like Kunkka or something like really tanky that just doesn't die to you. Centaur maybe. Even though then, like, most heroes still die to magic nukes. I can't really think of too many. But let's just say your support, you have a fucking support bounty hunter, or you have a shitty support that just does absolutely nothing in the lane, and you just want to get the fuck out ASAP. Take at least 1 point in Lucent Beam, okay? Don't go 0 points in Lucent Beam. Take that to last hit range creeps when you need to, and just go maxing out Moonglaves and Lunar Blessing. skip the ulti, because I'm gonna explain something why. This is a huge fucking mistake, and if I see it again in my games, I'm literally gonna not do anything because I can't really do much. But here, look guys, this actually pisses me off. So there's only 2 builds you can go on Luna. Major warning. If anything a part of this guide that you're watching right now, nothing matters besides this one thing. At level 4, you can either decide to go maxing your Moonglaves, meaning that now you take 1 or 2 points in Lucent Beam, and you start maxing Moonglaves, and then you max Lunar Beam whenever you can. Okay, you go like this. Or you start skipping Moonglaves, or you can take 1 point of Moonglaves and keep this at level 1, and then just maxing out Lucent Beam and getting your ult at level 6. And using it once you get to level 7. Because if you guys realize anything, is that your ultimate uses the current level of the Lucent Beam. They don't stun your targets. It turns the day into night for 10 seconds, guys. There's only 6 beams, meaning that if you have 1 point in your fucking Lucent Beam, you're doing 75 damage per hit into a max of 6 beams. You're hitting each unit a max of 5 times. So 5 times 300, that's a kill on any hero in the early game. Okay, that's really good. But here's the thing, guys. If you have 0 points in Lucent Beam, or if you have 1 point in Lucent Beam, and you get your Eclipse, you're doing a surprising amount of absolutely 0 damage, which I've seen people do. It doesn't work that way. So either you max out Lucent Beam and harass. Generally, you need a bunch of mana to do so. So, you know, if you're up against a Bristleback or something, or like a Batrider that spams a lot of spells, get a wand and you should have no issues to spam spells, which is actually really nice, because if you give Luna some mana, you actually just win the lane. Yeah. Or if you want to go to the jungle, you get this. Personally, I suggest you go something like this. This is the ideal build. Unless if you really want a jungle, I suggest going this build. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you max this out, and then here you start maxing this, and then for here you take the Moonglave's damage reduction talent, because it's just absolutely broken. It used to be this, but now you take this one and you get your ult whenever you can, and you start maxing out your passive. And here you take the Eclipse Lucent Beam damage. The 20 seconds is nice, but here's the thing, guys. The 3.5 second cooldown makes it 2.5. This literally makes Luna turns this into like 0 cooldown, and you can chase people forever, which I'll show you how. Global Lunar Blessing sounds good, but at the same time, it's kind of shit, guys. The fucking Lucent Beam damage, it's 100 damage on a 2.5 second spell, guys. What's better? You know? And for level 25, it's really hard. If you took the Blessing cooldown, the Blessing global one, definitely take this. If not, this is actually good too. Because now, it makes it so that your ult stuns people repeatedly. If you get like a refresher or something, which support Lunas do. This is not a support Luna guide, but if you are playing support Luna, what you do is that you get Aghanim Scepter, Aghanim Shard, and you get Ethereal Blade, and you get Refresher. Generally, you try to rush this and Ice, and you do insane amount of damage. I actually want to play Luna support now that I talk about it, but this is gonna be a carry guide, and then you max out everything else basically. As for the items, you just go stats, buy some regen, mangoes, whatever you need in the lane. And then after that, what you want to do is maybe get like 1 Wraithband, I would say. Wand is always nice because Luna needs mana. Generally, you can go Treads. Sometimes, Boost of Travel is also legit. Sometimes, you know, if you want to split push a lot. And then you can go Dragonlance. Always. Dragonlance, super fucking good on Luna. You know, Luna has no attack range. Look at this. Look at this. She's literally like a melee hero. You actually need Dragonlance to be considered a range hero, man. Like, you actually need it. This is not a joke. And this is the biggest mistake I see people make. People buy Mask of Madness all the time. It's not that good. It's not that good, guys. It's good, but it's not necessary. You don't need to buy it every game. It's like 1,700 gold. And if you buy like a Morbid Mask, it's literally a $900 salve. And Luna loses like virtually 0 HP when jungling, except for hitting like a stack of like 3 Ancients. And then even then you can kite it out. So you can like hit it and then run back and then kite it out of the camp. So you're hitting 1 at each and they will all bounce, if you know what I mean. It's very easy to understand. You literally test it out and you wouldn't understand what I mean if you don't understand that. But this is a $900 salve that's like basically worse. It's only 15% of your HP. The active is nice once you complete it, but you don't need this every game. Sometimes you can just skip it completely and just stick with the Dragon Lance. Because here's the thing about Luna. You could get it and then disassemble this into Satanic and Butterfly, which is absolutely fantastic. I recommend you do that every time when you buy Mask of Madness. But you have to understand, Dragonlance is a must-get item here. And the item that makes your farm go from 0 to 100 is not Mask of Madness. It's not Dragonlance. It's fucking Manta style. Here's the math behind Manta style. You send it down the lane, and you go in jungle or whatever. And this will literally clear down the wave and push the tower. Just like auto attack. Literally control your illusions and just send them down lane. Like A-click and send them down. And don't you have to look. They're just going to be doing so much shit. Like they're literally going to be farming everything. Look at that. They're still going right now. Well, the illusions died because they timed out. So you want to get Manta ASAP. The only time you don't get Manta is if SNY is better, which is not a lot of situations. I think Luna is one of those heroes like anti-mage where unless if you're up like against like a Doom and like a bunch of illusion clears and shit like that, or they have nothing to dispel maybe, or if you just have like no mana to use this because you're up against an anti-mage or something, there's not a lot of situations where you would go SNY. You would always go Manta almost 100% of the time. It's kind of like anti-mage, you just have to go. It's just too good on you. After Manta, it's pretty straightforward, guys. You either, if they have a shit ton of physical damage, you want to speed up your farm, go Butterfly. If you are dying and need to fight early, go BKB. You can never go wrong with BKB on Luna because you have to get it eventually. There's like no other way around this. Generally, Lincoln Sphere is like a waste of a slot in my opinion. So Butterfly amps your damage significantly. BKB is amazing. And then you can just go with the Satanic, stand your ground. This is basically your build. The late game, you can sell Dragonlance for a Scotty. But I like to keep it for the entire duration of the game if I can, because it's just so good. And then the Shard. Okay. If you want a damage amp, literally all you need to do... You don't even need MKB most of the time, because you have so much magic damage against like PA and stuff. You can just go with Daedalus if you want pure damage and no like Scotty. Scotty gives you HP, as you can see. It gives you 700 HP and a bunch of armor. And just like makes you tanky as fuck, guys. This is like the go-to item for I want to be tanky, I want to slow people, I want to be utility. But this is like I want fucking damage. And with this, all you're doing is this. Every 2.5 seconds. This is all you're doing, guys. This is literally all you're doing. You just get this and then boom, everyone dies. Literally, like any hero in the game, like I was playing like Ursa, I remember, and I was like approaching the Luna, okay? Like this is literally like how it goes. The Ursa was approaching Luna, and then the Luna just goes ahead and does this, and he runs towards him, and then Luna goes like this, and the Luna's faster than Ursa, right? Like Ursa has 300 and Luna has like 400 movement speed. Like without boost, Luna has like 315 movement speed. I'm just gonna remove these things. He has 325. She has just naturally 15 more movement speed than Ursa, and she naturally builds movement speed items. So Ursa just can't really close the gap here. And if he's running away, you can chase. Like you actually have amazing chase potential. Because with the beam, even if they run into the fog area, let's say they're like here or some shit. Okay, I actually can't do it, huh? Let's say an anti-mage, right? Sneaky fucking anti-mage here. Blinks into the trees. You can just go this. You're like a Zeus. Like, you can cast it on the ground. And the most amazing part about it is that you can push towers with this. If the enemies are standing here, all you have to do is like this, and it like pushes the tower, auto push. Holy shit, yeah, it's so good. It's amazing, man. And if anything, you just pop Satanic and you heal it all back up. Like, it's not a joke. You're dying out here, you pop Satanic, your life's the only all back. And you manta, you're good. Yeah. Literally, there's no way to escape Luna now. You just keep spamming Lucent Beam and you're good. And then you just like chase people. Luna's so strong, honestly. I just want to give some like words of advice before we end the video here. Is that, here's the thing about Luna, boys. Luna is actually really weak sometimes. Because if you look at Luna, she has high armor and high movement speed and farms really fast. That's about it. Holy fuck, stop. Here's the thing about Luna. Besides your movement speed and your armor, that's about it. You don't have any escape mechanism. You don't have a time walk. You don't have enrage. You don't have battle trance. You don't have Slark's pounce and shadow dance. You don't have doppelganger. You don't have invis. You don't have blink. You don't have spin TP. You don't have rage. You don't have like Monkey King's jumping around shit. You don't have more. You don't have any of that shit. You're literally just a walking hero. So if you get jumped by pushing a lane, you're fucked. But Luna can counteract that by buying a manta, so she doesn't have to show on the map. And she jungles extremely fast to make up for that. So what heroes are really good against Luna? So heroes that are good against Luna are heroes that can just kill her. I can jump her. Or heroes that can tank through a lot of stuff. I'll say PA is okay. Morph is really good against Luna because you just fucking blast her and you can turn into Luna. Drow, pretty damn good against Luna most of the time. Anti-Mage, pretty hard for Luna to kill, even though she does a lot of physical, but she also does like half physical and magical. I'll say Luna is one of the few carries that actually does like half physical and magical. Spectre, go on top of her, pops Blade Mail. Slark is pretty hard to deal with as well. PL, Luna has glaives and all, but too many illusions is really hard. TB could be tough late game. Lifestealer Juggernaut could be an issue perhaps. And yeah, like the heroes that can get really easily kinda like Sven Wraith King, Ursa, they're not really that big of an issue. And yeah, or maybe like a lot of disables. The other one is who does Luna counter? So Luna counters any hero that doesn't kill her. Bristleback is a good one. Well, there's quite a lot. I mean, you don't really have to worry about too much. Just understand that you need to farm a lot, push towers, and join team fights. And that's literally it. Like, Luna is very easy to play. But you will die a lot on Luna if you're not. You have to get used to the hero. Because if you play like Juggernauts all day, Slarks and Faceless Voids, you will realize that you don't die in a lot of situations that you would normally die in. But for a Luna, every situation you're in, you're gonna fucking die. That's the difference. And that's the hardest part about Luna. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, boys. Go ahead and spam some Luna while she's still good. I want to play some support Luna soon, maybe tomorrow, because it's kind of late now. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out Twitch, check out Discord, check out the Patreon, check out the anything and everything, boys. Have a very nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.